Long ago, on the fields of battle, in the year 2017, two men met to decide once and for all what the most metal things in the universe are. For there can be only one. What's more metal? With your hosts, Dan Weber, Nariko.
Hey everybody, welcome to What's More Metal, the only podcast for two badass snowball freezing comedians.
Yeah, sure.
Makes them harder.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You get to injure the kids of the neighborhood.
Yeah.
It's like snowballs, throwing ice cubes at children. That's fun.
Yeah. It's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Two snowball freezing comedians pick the most metal shit in the universe. With me as always is the George Michael to my other guy from Wham, Dan Weber.
You know, I want to say, and I'm pretty sure I'm right, his name was Andrew Wrigley.
You're right.
I know. And I only know it because he had one video when I was a kid where he actually looked metal as fuck. Like he had a cowboy hat that had a scorpion on the front of it and shit. Like it was, and then it was like a pop song like Wham.
Yeah.
But he looked dope. And I was like, all right, I'm going to remember this guy's name forever, even though I shouldn't.
Nice. And then they named that baseball field after him.
That's right. They did. It was very nice of them to name him after just a pop star.
Yeah. Just a British guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's comedian Dan Weber over there. And with us as always, I'm comedian Nariko Watt. And over this way, we have super metal producer Randy.
Yeah.
Writer DJ BJ.
DJ BJ. Lord Raw Dog.
Yes. Waxman, the Wizard of Wax.
The Wizard of Wax. The Wizard of Waxing.
Yes. The DJ of CDs nuts.
Yeah.
Smooth jazz and other parts.
You're not wrong. All of those things about me are correct.
Fuck yeah. This is What's More Metal, the show where Dan and I will pick the most metal things in the universe. We pick two topics every week, and then we find the most metal thing in those topics. The most our choices for the most metal thing in those topics. And we're just categorizing the universe of metal, a couple of topics at a time. And then if you're not a big metal fan, don't worry. We basically, when we say metal, we mean most kick-ass, badass, deadly, sexy, whatever's killed the most Nazis. So
Nazis,
all of those things. Yes, Nazis is a huge one. And so that's what we're doing. This week we're doing most metal Snowman and most metal Christmas party. So pretty tight.
Snowman was pretty tight. I will admit I did enjoy. I laughed out loud a couple of times researching most metal Snowman.
I've got great choices for both. I'm feeling pretty confident that I have found most metal shit. Before we get into that, though, we usually like to start the episodes off with just something positive in this world, something cool that's happened. Maybe just to shine a little positivity into this dark world. And so, Randy, do we have anything like that lined up?
No.
I've heard we are
have
getting.
You looked around? No, we have not.
No, okay. Well, there's a couple I know. So Congress has just decided to give every American a personal pan pizza at Pizza Hut. If we finish the summer reading, we do get a personal pan pizza, and I think that's pretty awesome. Good of them.
Yeah. My favorite comment about that was, I think it was Simon Gibson, who was like, $600 is what rich people think is a lot of money to poor people. And I think that's the best line ever.
Yeah.
100%. Like, that's gotta be it. Cause of course it's not. Like, we know, everybody knows if you've never been rich, $600 isn't shit.
Oh,
It's gonna cover anything.
Yes.
That's it's funny.
I
as
should
fuck.
find something I totally forgot about until right now. This came out on the 14th. It's from NPR.
Okay.
The UK is now going to lift restrictions that make it impossible for gay and bisexual men to donate blood.
Oh, nice. Fuck yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Well done. Well done, Britain.
Yeah. I can't believe that's still in place now. Like it's very ridiculous.
It's in place, and I think it's still here. I think
It
it's
is
still in
here.
place here.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's dumb. It's just like you test it. You can test the blood, like it's,
Yeah.
you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, so it's just discriminatory and dumb and yeah. And I think it's about time it fucking went away.
It's very weird that they count on you to telling the truth.
Yeah,
The
exactly.
plasma center, and that's enough. Like, well,
Yeah.
we don't need to check. He said no. Like, what?
Yeah.
Like, that's you
Mhm.
give them $50. Of course they're gonna lie. That's 100%. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, it's really dumb. And I just like it's just them like look, we don't want to test all the blood. We're trying to just it's like, hey, do you ever just share a bunch of needles all day long in your face? And you're like,
yes.
no. There was a question. It sounded like there was a question mark at the end of that, like you weren't sure. No. Still got some in his face.
Absolutely not.
But whatever. It's dumb and discriminatory. It's a holdover from the 80s that there's still is in effect, and I feel like it's long overdue to fucking go away.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Speaking of holdovers from the 80s, Congress going to be giving everybody a grape job sticker. You scratch it, it smells like grapes. They give you that. Or you are a superstar, picture of a star with a little happy face on it.
That's
but
good.
yep, and you get that and you give that to your landlord and he will evict you. So
100%. Yeah.
boy, what feels good to have a working government, people. Feels real good. But yeah, so my tweet about it was that I'm like, of course we're getting $600. Everybody in Congress is over 60 years old. We're lucky we didn't get 2 nickels taped inside of like a birthday card.
Yeah. Buy yourself a Pepsi with this, kid.
You're like, what the fuck? The hell are these nickels? I've never even heard of these.
Yeah.
Um,
The average age of the Senate is 68, by the way.
I've only ever seen these at fountains. Like this is, I think, no, Senate's 60. I think, or Senate's 60. Congress is Congress is 60. I think Senate is 68. But yeah,
Yeah. The Senate, the Congress, I don't know. It's much younger because there's people that are getting in are worth of shit. So, and they're in their 30s.
Yeah,
pretty much always.
Yeah.
Anybody my age or older is a fucking sack of shit if they're in Congress for sure.
But anyway, it's gonna feel good to get those stickers.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anything going on with you, Dan? You want to bring up?
I mean, this last week has been pretty uneventful, honestly. Like,
That's kind of good, though.
Yeah, I mean, nothing bad happens, so that's kind of a win in 2020. Yeah. Like, the good news is no news at all. Like, that's
right.
kind of how this year is going so far.
Yeah. Absolutely. We did get an ad, though, you guys. We do have a sponsor this week.
Did.
Oh,
yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, this is pretty great. We have a sponsor this week. And again, we can't seem to keep these guys for more than a week, which is a bit of a bummer. And I'm kind of bummed about it. But
we really got to change that no deposit policy.
Yeah. Money up front.
Well,
that's what we got to ask for now.
I don't think it's fair for them to want like results. You know what I mean? Who can deliver? It's ridiculous.
Did you listen to the podcast before you decided to sponsor it?
Yeah.
What's wrong with you?
Well, I think maybe this ad will be the one that people go running to get this one. So anyway, guys, this week, What's More Metal has been brought to you by these guys here. Christmas is such a joyous time. Carolers, peace, and the brotherhood of men. But why not keep those good feelings inside of you year round with Skeetman's Eggnog Bidet? It's the only bidet blasting good, clean Christmas cheer deep inside you all year round. Everyone loves the sweet, spicy goodness of eggnog, but why not enjoy it right up your Kris Crinkle? Skeetman's Eggnog Bidet. Why use old, boring water when you can get the fresh, cleansing power of heavy cream and rum? Skeetman's Eggnog Bidet. Ho, 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 boy, that's Skeetman's.
That'll clean your chimney. That's for sure.
Really well. That's really well. Yeah, so thanks for them. You know what? That sounds good to me. You know what I mean? Like
an eggnog bidet.
Look, you already enjoy drinking it. Why not enjoy it at both ends? What I say.
I don't enjoy drinking it at all. That is fucking disgusting. Eggnog is the devil. That is some bullshit. I don't like it at all.
Yeah, I wonder. It says here that you just load cartridges of eggnog mixer into the bidet itself. So there we go. They're probably just trying to get something to do with all the old eggnog that they can't sell.
It's not consumable by humans, but it's like we can still blow it up your ass. That's what we can do with this.
They're like, look, we've been feeding cows.
We're good.
Was that me?
No, I don't know who it was.
Okay.
I was eggnog. It was eggnog. It was big eggnog.
Big eggnog.
They were getting mad at us for fucking talking shit.
God damn it, Skeetman's.
So they cut you off.
We pissed off the Skeetman's people already. That was them pulling the plug on the podcast.
Dude, does eggnog? Here's the question I have. All right.
Uh-huh.
You know how they put pictures of missing kids on the back of milk cartons, or they used to? I don't know if they still do. Do they do that with eggnog too? Like, because it comes in cartons. Does it come with a carton and like a picture?
Yeah.
Like,
They
like, well, have you seen him? Like it, but it always is like a 25-year-old dude.
They Photoshop a Santa hat on the missing kid picture.
Ho, 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 have you seen this kid?
Oh my God. Give the gift of of closure to a grieving family.
Oh man, yeah.
That's yeah, well they should if they don't.
If they don't, how else are you gonna find a kid?
I don't why do you look at me? Is it
because of your mustache, dude?
Because of my mustache?
Why do you think Amber Alert?
What? That's crazy. Baby, go park the car somewhere else.
Magnum,
Empty that
I
thing
don't know
out of
where
the
your
trunk.
kids are.
Okay, well, this week, gang, we're going to be doing got two sweet topics. We're doing Most Metal Snowman and Most Metal Christmas Party. Dan, you want to start with Snowman then? Because that's seems like the one you're more excited about.
Well, I mean, it's a good. Both of them are good, but
yes,
Snowman is pretty exceptional.
I agree. I think Snowman is better. So anyway, to decide who gets to go first in Most Metal Snowman, we're going to do the most metal thing possible and have Randy roll 20-sided die for us. Mm-hmm. We're going to be rolling the What's More Metal brand 20-sided die that you can get on patreon.com. There's a What's More Metal brand 20-sided die. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 sides, people. That's right. They're all there. All your favorites. 3, 7, 12. Yeah, baby. 13's there. You know it. God anyway, the right. One on the die says, What's More Metal? Because we're the number one podcast to fucking get fucked up to by Beercast Magazine. And
by Nog Monthly.
Nog Monthly. And 2 fine periodicals. And the 20 says Natch Twombo because it's a natural 20. And that's when you roll Natch Twombo. Randy, did you bring a die?
Nope. I didn't.
Okay. I noticed you weren't holding it up to the camera.
As it so happens, I have one.
Good, because I also don't have mine. Mine's packed up in a box.
What kind of fucking nerds are you?
I'm a piss poor ass nerd.
Piss poor, shitty nerd. I want to find one in particular.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Because my friends brought me this. Huh?
Go ahead. I was going to say computer nerd, and I realized that's not an excuse.
No.
Well, you're saying Dan's not a computer nerd?
That's
Yeah,
that's
look at
why
me,
I
kid.
Oh, okay.
didn't automatically go on the defensive with it.
I was like, what?
All right, I've got one, but there's one that my friends bought me. This one.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so this one is a 20-sided die, but the one says fuck instead of one.
I love that die.
Because at one point I had rolled a bunch of ones one night, and then I grabbed two 20-sided die, and I was like, there's no way I could roll another one, and I rolled them both, and it came up double ones. And I ran outside and threw them into somebody else's yard.
Oh, that's so fucked up.
It was the worst luck I've ever fucking had. I rolled, I think that night, like 15 ones in a row. It was insane.
Ooh.
Jesus.
So my roll. I got a 12.
Okay.
Nariko, you got a 13. So you go
Oh, shit.
on most metal snowman.
Okay, I might need a ruling on this one, but I think it holds up. When we think of most badass snowman, the most epic snowman, the one responsible, this really sitting on a mountain of snow. It's the most snow infused snowman possible.
Mhm.
I think we all think of Pablo Escobar.
Dude, I was gonna go in that direction, by the way.
Were you really?
Yeah.
I thought Pablo Escobar, the 1980s and 90s drug kingpin of Colombia, responsible for 80% of the U.S. cocaine trade. It was worth $30 billion before he was gunned down in his prime at the age of 44 at December 2nd, 1993. Everybody, it's just the biggest snowman possible, I think. It's just
I agree.
old Pablo Escobar.
Pablo Escobar. Well, I mean, he certainly satisfies the murder quotient for anyone to be metal. Cocaine, very popular with a lot of people, including a lot of my friends, very much in love with that particular drug.
Yeah.
And you know what? In Oregon now, it's pretty much decriminalized. So
That's true.
go nuts. It's $100 fine.
Yeah.
So knock yourself out. I don't remember what the amount is that you have to have for it to be more than that, but it's enough cocaine to kill you like 5 times over. Like
I believe the legal amount that's too much is a tootful.
A what?
A tootful. You just can't have more than a tootful. I think it's
a key bump. You can't have more than that fits on the end of a key.
You can't have more than a good time's worth, I think is the legal. I just like to think that without Pablo Escobar, we would not have had Motley Crue. You know, like
hair metal itself would have never existed.
Motley Crue, David Lee Roth would have been the sleepiest singer of all time.
He wouldn't have been Diamond Dave. He wouldn't have been able to do those jump splits and fucking karate kicks on stage throughout the entire show.
Now they would call him Lazy Lee Roth. He would have just been like laying around on a chaise lounge crooning.
It wouldn't have been called jump. It would have been called squat or kneel. Might as well kneel.
Might as well sleep. Boop, beep, boop, 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 boop. Ba-ba-na. Sleep.
Rest.
I'm hot for napping. It would have been weird shit.
I'll tell you guys what I like. It's the smell of food.
Fantastic, dude. So
and short conversations.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm saying, like the dude's responsible for a bunch of metal in the 80s.
Yeah, for sure. And I don't know if anybody's seen the documentary for the Dune movie that oh god, what the fuck is his name?
Oh, yeah.
Jadowowski almost made.
Uh-huh.
That was 100%.
Yeah.
That was the movie Cocaine built. Like
It was filmed on cocaine, I think.
yes. I think the film was, it was built on pressed cocaine.
Yeah.
It's insane. What they were thinking about doing is just madness. Watch that documentary if you haven't. It's fucking hilarious.
It's so good. Yeah, Jadorowsky's Doom. So good. But yeah, that's my choice for most metal snowman, Pablo Escobar.
Pablo Escobar.
Pab.
Pablo.
Pab.
Pablo. So my most metal snowman, I sent you the picture, Randy. Did you get it?
Did I? Good question.
It should be on your Facebook. I didn't send it on the What's More Metal face. I could do that.
Okay. Yes.
So this picture made me laugh as soon as I fucking saw it. Are you showing it to him now?
I'm putting it up right.
So basically, it's a snowman. It's two snow people, one with a giant erection, and another one, a lady kneeling down, a snow woman kneeling down to give him a blowjob.
I'm showing it now.
So my favorite part about it is that the lady snow person has a thong. That is an attention to detail that you don't see.
Yeah,
that's what America's missing, is that kind of attention to detail. They kind of like they colored the snow. The thong goes like, it doesn't just appear on the back. It's just like goes the strips go around. It's fucking, that is an attention to detail that you can't get anywhere nowadays. So that's a person who takes pride in their work, and I just want to salute those people. Here's to you, blowjob snowman.
I really like that.
I laughed my fucking ass. When I saw it, I immediately laughed.
I like the pine needle pubes. Got to give it up for that.
Fuck yeah.
I think that's great. Also, really appreciate the one eye closed on the dude.
100%.
Oh yeah.
Just getting that like just on the edge.
He's about to blow a bunch of fucking sleet in her mouth or whatever. Snowman will come.
Sleet.
Freezing ice.
Wow. Yeah, that is a really great snowman.
Yeah, when I found that, I laughed really. I laughed for quite a while.
That's pretty great.
That's a lot of times when I know that I found the choice.
Yeah,
is when I see something online and I laugh a lot. I'm like, clearly, this is my choice for sure.
Ugh, that's really great. Yeah. So, God, you know what? I'm a big fan of making huge snow dicks.
Yeah,
I'm a big fan of it. There's a picture of me I put up like a long time ago, but it's just made it's like a 6 foot long giant snow dick and then it's just me riding it like woo, like you're right. I'm a massive fan. Just leaving them. Yeah, I hope someone's kid comes out and they start playing on it and stuff right away, and the mom's like, hey, no. Not until you're 14 or whatever you say as a parent.
Yeah.
Not while you're under my roof. But yeah, so this definitely in my wheelhouse of funny shit.
Yeah.
Of shit that I enjoy, being a permanent 13-year-old. So yeah, so those are our choices, gang, for most metal snowman. I chose Pablo Escobar. Dan chose the blowjob snowman.
Snowman getting a blowjob.
Yes, yeah. Sorry. Well, there's two of them, and they're in the act.
They're in the act.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Skeetman the Blowman.
Frosty the snow job.
So we'll put those up on our Instagram stories on Wednesday. Let you guys vote on them. If you're watching the show now live on kickstand or twitch.tv/kickstand comedy, which we do every Friday live at 9 p.m. if you're watching that now, go ahead and put your vote in the comments now, and we'll go over at the end. We'll see who the initial winners are.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I have a backup. I have a backup snowman that I didn't quite make my number one, but I'm a big fan. I just sent it to Randy right now if he wants to share it with the group. I chose the original snowman, Otzi, the mummified man they found in the Alps. I'm going to choose the
That's fucking tight.
Otzi the Iceman. Otzi the Iceman had 3 arrows in his back. We all remember but yeah, so he was the man that lived about 3,400 BC. So he's pushing at least 5,000 years old. Like, he's a mummy. He's pretty well preserved. He looks like a deep fried turkey.
Yes.
He was so well preserved they could see his tattoos and shit. His cause of death, they're pretty sure he was in a fight with some other people. He had some arrows. He had like a spear wound, and he got away, but probably froze to death in the snow, trying to escape. And where the Alps preserved him in sweet, loving ice. And
yes, for sure.
Yeah.
How old is this? How old is this body?
It's about 5,000 years old. It's like 3,400 BC.
Wow.
Yeah. So they barely had MySpace back then. What was going on?
Friendster.
They had
was on the rise.
Pong was the big hit game.
Yes.
That
year. Technology had not advanced very far by 3,400 BC.
They found in Otzi's pocket a bunch of punch card programming.
His name, they called him Otzi. That is so close to Goatsy, it's weird. Like, I don't. Yeah. They had to know. They had to know.
Yeah, one slip of the finger, and you're seeing something. You're going down a rabbit hole you weren't expecting.
You don't want to go down.
Randy, are you familiar with Goatsy?
No. Wait. Yes.
Yes.
Who is it at this point?
Huh?
Internet legend Goatsy. God damn.
That's a bit of a stretch. Hey, oh,
hey.
Hey.
Jokes keep on coming.
Yes.
Goatsy does not.
Otzi is opening his third eye the way acid does for most of us. He's really. It's Goatsy. So that's my choice for backup. Goatsy the Iceman, the original snowman.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I have a couple backups. The first one is the snowman. I sent Randy the link. I don't know if he can post this or not. Couldn't download the actual image.
Because it's Goatsy?
No.
Okay.
That's not a snowman. That's a showman.
Yeah, you're damn right.
That is a coloscopy we can all give somebody. That's
what's funny about he's the kind of showman where his opener is his closer.
Yes. Yeah, he just rolls out there with a mayonnaise jar, shows it to the crowd. Everybody's like, "What's he gonna do with that?" And he's like, you're gonna not believe what I'm gonna do with this."
Well, now my closer is my opener. I'm Goatsy.
Yeah, and my opener is
incredible.
Yeah, so it's a picture. Somebody made a snowman, and then they put a pair of pants and 2 legs and shoes coming out of its mouth, and they threw blood all over the ground in front of it, so it looks like it's snowman that's devouring a child. It's fucking hilarious. This was fucking great. This was almost my choice, but the blowjob was just a little bit better. But this one, fucking classic. If the snowman had been better defined, was just not like, it wasn't a very good snowman, this would have been my choice.
Yeah, I think the other thing about this snowman is he's got like alien eyes too, which is an interesting choice. Yeah, the blood isn't.
It's also pink blood. It's not.
Yeah, it's also like clearly been sprayed around in a way that isn't quite right. But yeah,
from personal experience, I can tell you that's not what it would look like if you.
Yeah, When a snowman eats a baby, it's way different from this.
There's a lot more blood. Come on. And there's nothing down his chest. He doesn't have blood cascading down his chest like you would when you chew on a child. That's what happens.
I definitely I dig it. Like that's I always, again, I'm a big fan of just taking it to that place of like, this isn't what people had in mind when they
No, I want to horrify the neighborhood. So
absolutely. That's a great choice. I've got another backup. I'll send it to you right now, Randy. This is actually the up until 2020 was the world's largest snowman. It was Olympia the Snow Woman. On 2008, residents of Bethel, Maine, built a snow woman measuring 122 feet tall. They built it over a series of 1 month. By the way, 122 feet tall. The Statue of Liberty is 131 feet tall. This is 9 feet shorter than the Statue of Liberty.
That's fucking insane.
That's fucking great. And I mean the actual statue itself, and not the pedestal or the torch. But still, fucking like. So 9 feet shorter than the Statue of Liberty. They made it in a month. It has eyelashes. His eyelashes. Her eyelashes are 8 pairs of skis. Her arms are 2 30-foot tall spruce trees just sticking straight out the side. It's just really fucking impressive, and a big fan. I have to give a shout out to a legitimate snow woman blasting through the snow ceiling at 122 feet.
122 feet, man. That making that shit.
Mm-hmm.
How many, dude? Because I can't see the picture right now. How many like was it the tip? Was it the traditional 3?
No. So it's actually just like tiered flat platforms that they like scooped up. So it's more of like a smokestack kind of shape actually than but it does pyramid up basically. It's like a step pyramid that goes to a smooth cone at the top. But yeah, Dan, do we have any more backups?
I had one other backup. So of course, while researching snowmen, I obviously looked up Russian snowman because Russia is a fountain of metal shit. And this one was good because it's crazily like anatomically accurate. Like it's a gay snowman. So, and in Russia, being gay in Russia is not a good idea. It's still I think it's still illegal in the USSR.
Yep.
So some guys just were like, fuck you, I'm going to make this buff ass. And then they just said it was gay. Like there's no way to know if it's gay or not.
Right.
They decided.
I can tell.
Yeah. I mean,
I can tell.
Because he's fit and hot. Look, he's fit and hot, so that's a good clue. Lats for
we
days.
all are.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. Every gay person
I find him attractive.
has a 6-pack.
Yeah.
But honestly, one of the reasons I chose it is because this snowman could get it for sure. Like, he could. This snowman fucks. There's no way this snowman doesn't fuck.
Dude, this thing's got lats like bat wings. It's fucking amazing. How do you build a snowman that looks like this? Like, it's like actually pretty like impressive.
It's got to be cold as shit outside.
It must.
It has to be mostly ice at this point. Otherwise, it won't work. But yeah. No, I just liked it. I thought it was funny. I like the idea. They put nipples on it, which is just, that is just, and that is the only detail they put on the whole body, but that's enough. Like it just accentuates everything about the snowman. So good job. Perfect. Florida of the world. Thank you very much, Russia, for making this snowman. The world's Florida.
Yeah, dude. It's real. Like, I mean, you could tell a good work of art when it makes your dick move, and then like this one does it.
This one is like, oof.
Yeah. 6-pack,
Yeah.
Massive lats. Fucking, I wish I could have been behind it.
Yes. I wish he was giving me a piggyback ride. That's what I wish that fucking snowman was doing.
I wish that piggyback ride there, that snowman and me were laying on a bearskin rug and he's feeding me soup. Look, I'm just throwing stuff out there.
It's Brokeback Mound of Snow. That's what it is.
Yeah. That's a really awesome snowman, man. So great choice, Dan. And I think that's going to do it for snow peoples, and bring us to the next topic.
Next topic.
All right. So now our next topic is Most Metal Christmas Party. I went first last time. Dan gets to go first this time. What do you got for us, Dan?
So I think I'm probably going to pick the thing that you probably also chose because it's such a fucking good story. I'm going to pick the Eggnog Riot of 1826, which has come up on this podcast before. It was also called the Grog Mutiny. It happened at West Point on December 24th, going until December 25th. It started on Christmas Eve, but the party went until 8 o'clock the next morning. It was at West Point. A whole bunch of students. They brought in several barrels of whiskey, and twice during the evening, they brought more barrels of whiskey back. It is absolutely amazing. It is one of the best episodes of another podcast that both Nariko and I, all of us love, the Dollop. They have a fantastic episode about where they go into great detail about what happened during the Grog Mutiny of 1826. 70 convicts were involved out of 200. 20 were court-martialed. One guy who was actually like an enlisted soldier, he got in trouble and had to do hard labor for 20 days. The convicted
Lard Haber sounds pretty rough too.
Hard labor. Lard Haber, you know.
Yeah. Lard Haber.
The one of the people involved, not court-martialed, sadly, was Jefferson Davis, the future president of the racist piles of shit of America. So, it's an insane fucking story. One guy tried to duel the fucking commandant of West Point at one point. Like, it's fucking crazy how when I listened to it and then read about it, I have never been as drunk as any of the guys at the Grog Mutiny. Like that is a level of drunk I have never achieved, and I've tried my best. But
it's so funny. Yeah, George Washington and a couple other kids went out to a local bar basically and had them supply him with enough eggnog to fucking get all of West Point drunk. Yeah. Through this big party, and then everybody got so drunk they just started trying to fight their fucking teachers and shit.
Yeah,
so fucking awesome.
It was a dry campus, by the way. They weren't supposed to drink at all. That's one of the reasons they got in trouble.
That's so fucking funny. That is a great one. That is not what I chose, but like in hindsight, kind of fucking.
Yeah, I'm shocked that that's not what you were thinking about.
Total. I didn't even think of it for whatever reason. That's fucking great. That's such a good one. The Eggnog Riot.
Yeah, Eggnog Riot.
All right.
If imagine you were drunk on nog. I'm guessing you'd be angry. If you drink that much nog to make you mad, that would make you mad. That would make you internally furious. I get it, but
imagine drinking enough eggnog to get blackout drunk.
I cannot
just fathom.
You're drinking an omelet. That's drinking an omelet of eggnog. At that point.
Here's what it is. It's okay. Imagine. Okay, here's a different way to phrase it. Imagine adding enough rum to a cheesecake to make it liquid. Like that's basically
so fucking disgusting, dude. That's what rum. They were using. It wasn't even rum eggnog. It was whiskey eggnog. It wasn't even the good kind of eggnog. So fucking gross. Although my parents used to make eggnog with a Canadian whiskey called Black Velvet,
Yeah.
which is misnamed in all of the ways. Like that's, it is not smooth like velvet, and it is barely amber. It is a disgusting fucking liquid.
Yeah.
But I used to go around at Christmas parties after my parents and all the kids, everybody passed out. I would wake up in the middle of the night and just walk around and drink all of the remaining eggnog out of every single cup in the house.
Yeah.
Just to get, buzzed at 11 or whatever.
Yeah. Dude,
fucking idiot.
Fucking Black Velvet's so gross. Like it literally
fucking disgusting.
You might as well be like Cell Block 13's toilet finest or whatever. It's like so fucking gross.
Yeah. Canada getting back at America. Here it is. Black Velvet, everybody.
Oh, hey, somebody spilled nail polish remover in this boot. Can't let it go to waste, though.
Glug, glug, glug.
Oh, my God.
When the Windex runs out, try Black Velvet.
Here's what you do. If you want to make your own Black Velvet, here's what you get. You get a tin of paint thinner, and you dip in your belt till it disappears. So
bad, dude.
Fucking gross. Drink a bottle of English leather brand Old Spice. Like that's basically.
Dude, I probably mentioned this on this podcast before, but I did do a shot of English leather when I was in high school.
Of the Old Spice?
Yes.
Really?
Of the cologne, yes.
You drank a shot of cologne.
It was a dare, and we were playing Truth or Dare, and I picked Dare, and they were like, drink a shot of this, and I was like, I guess I have to. So I did.
Damn.
It tastes exactly like it smells, but stronger. Like, so much stronger.
Oh my God. Was that all you could taste for like a long time?
Yeah.
I'd imagine that would just that'd ruin it. It'd just be like,
yeah, it was. Look, I was sadly at a teen Christian conference in Portland, Oregon, and we were sneaking in. The girls snuck into our room, the boys' room, which was not supposed to be the case.
What?
And we were breaking the rules, breaking the law, so to speak. And we played Truth or Dare, and I didn't want to tell the truth. So
yeah, who does?
Exactly. Like Truth or Dare is some bullshit. Like peak Dare every time.
That sucks so bad. You're like, Dare. And they're like, drink some cologne. You're like, how about I look at your tits? Like, what the fuck kind of I can't show you my balls or something? Like, the hell are we here playing?
Yeah.
We're here this is all titillating. That's like the whole point of Truth or Dare as a teen. I'm drinking cologne like a fucking monster.
Yes.
Bastards.
That is exactly what happened. Yeah.
That's the eggnog riot is a great choice, Dan. My choice, Dan and Randy, for most metal Christmas party. It was the San Francisco Federal Workers Office Party in 1957. The reason why is U.S. So it's a federal workers party. So it's post office, police officers. It's all the federal workers in the city, basically. Big Christmas party. And U.S. Marshal Wayne Ritchie was drinking whiskey sodas when suddenly the room started to spin and all the Christmas lights started streaking around. And he felt extremely paranoid. So he went upstairs and the extreme paranoia got worse. Because U.S. Marshal Wayne Ritchie had just been dosed with LSD as part of the CIA's Midnight Climax program that ran from 1953 to 1964. It was also part of
Midnight Climax.
It was called Midnight Climax because part of it was also entrapping people with prostitutes and recording them. So, but the CIA, yeah, and Jesus so
Christ, that is insane. I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt.
No, please.
But that is fucking insane.
Yes.
Dose somebody with acid and then get them to sleep with a prostitute. I legitimately can't fathom. I can't fathom having sex with somebody I don't know on acid. Like the idea of
It's
fucking
pretty hot.
a stranger would be insane.
Right. No, you're right. Well, it's an offshoot of MK Ultra.
Yeah.
So the CIA program, they're basically trying to work out like what they can do with acid and like how it might help them. So MK Ultra was out them trying to reprogram people, make it a Manchurian candidate, turn people into assassins. Midnight Climax was like, all right, maybe we can use it as like a truth serum. And basically there was just one guy who was like the main spearhead of this, and he just had like a ton of acid, and and he was just dosing people at random, including this guy, U.S. Marshal Wayne Ritchie, whom I guess he just didn't like at this Christmas party. So Wayne Ritchie left the party and kept drinking. He went back to his girlfriend's place. She immediately started like having an argument about real world things, and he could not handle that, so he bailed.
Of course not.
He didn't know what to do or what was happening, so he just kept drinking at different bars. Eventually, he realized that he had to leave town and start a new life. That was his big plan. So
totally understandable.
Completely understandable. He headed to the Shady Grove bar and pulled a gun on the bartender to get some money to get out of town with.
Of course he did.
And which one of the patrons just broke a bottle over his head. And when he woke up, he went to prison. That is so that was the federal workers, the San Francisco Federal Workers Office Party, 1957. Part of the Operation Midnight Climax from the CIA. Your tax dollars at work.
Dude, that is fucking nuts. Like, first of all,
it's so
somebody, one of the worst things you can do to anyone.
Something worse than death should happen to you for doing that to somebody.
I mean,
it's very fucked up.
It is so fucked up. So when I lived in Eugene, I lived in a commune, essentially. And during the Oregon Country Fair, a buddy of mine, who I still am in communication with a little bit here and there, went to the country fair, and this guy walked up with a water bottle. And what would happen at the country fair is people would drop a sheet of acid into a water bottle and just squirt people at random because they thought that everybody at the fucking country fair wanted to get high. Now, this is like, if you've been to the country fair in the last 20 years, this is not the country fair I'm talking about. The country fair now is like family friendly, has rules and shit. This was like Wild West country fair where it was just like anything fucking goes. So this guy walked up with a squirt bottle and pointed it at my friend. And my friend was like, went to be like, no. And the guy just like misted him. Like hit him with like, and you could see like the sheet. It was like 100 hits of acid floating around in this little bottle. It wasn't a very big one. And he was like, not in a good place. His girlfriend had broke up with him like a week beforehand. No. Like he was really fucking bummed. So he immediately came back to the commune, and I had to help this guy through the next like 16 hours of his fucking trip. Like, hey man, it's going to be okay. You just lay here. Whatever you want to listen to is fine. I've got some candles. Like, it was just like, we just like chilled out for about 12 fucking hours to get this guy through it. But it's the worst shit you could, it should be the death penalty for sure. Dosing somebody without them wanting it is fucking horrifying.
I will say this though. I think it is okay to dose an authority figure or clergy member. I think that should be the exception.
Well, they deserve what they get.
That's what I'm saying.
So if you dose a cop or a preacher, good on you. Let's see what happens. Let's just maybe let's come to a big conclusion about halfway through it. But
they're like, hey, I'm not the good guy.
Hey, I thought I was a hero here. Just not, turns out.
This is pretty fucked up what we're doing, actually.
Yeah. So,
Yeah. Fuck, dude. The idea of like the worst part about that is like the not controlled dosage of it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like giving somebody like more than like a hit, at the most, like at the more than 2 hits, that's just fucked up. Like
you're gone. I also saw another time.
like have some PTSD.
Yeah.
They're like, great.
Another guy did this thing, and I don't know if anyone knows what this called puddling. And that's when you take a vial of liquid acid and pour it on your skin. So that, first of all, that's insane. Like the fact that anyone that they came up with a term for it other than batshit is fucking crazy. Mm-hmm. I saw a guy, he had a vial of acid, a pretty big one. We were doing drops in our eyes. So he did me 1 drop in my eye, which gets you high like fucking immediately. Mm-hmm. Your eye immediately starts freaking out. It also hurts, but who gives a shit? You immediately forget about it like quickly. But he took that vial and he was like, "Hey man, you guys want to get really high?" And he poured it all the way down his arm. So it was like he was like puddled in the middle of his fucking in his elbow, and then the rest of his arm was coated. And we're like, "You need to get out of the bus," right? We were all in a VW bus, of course we were, and we threw him out in the parking lot. And we were like, "What's going to happen to that guy?" And we were like, "We don't care. Let's get the fuck away from him before whatever happens is going to happen, because nothing good is going to come from that." And I still, to this day, don't know what happened to that dude, but I'm sure it was a life-changing event for sure.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, that guy left the last sane thought he ever had on that bus.
Yes, he did.
For sure.
He's probably
the idea of like just spraying somebody with liquid acid. You're just like, "Hey, hope you like just horrifying flashbacks." Like,
Right.
I would do that and be like, "You're covered in spiders," and then just leave.
You don't even have to do that, dude. You go, "Hey man, what's that?" And then just walk away. Like you don't even have to tell them what it is. Their brain will absolutely fill in the blanks for you. 100%.
God.
That is awesome.
Yeah, fuck that. But yeah, so those are our choices for most metal Christmas party. Dan chose the Eggnog Riot. I chose the San Francisco Federal Workers Office Party in 1957. The old acid holdup.
Yes.
So those are our choices. We'll put those up on our Instagram stories on Wednesday. Let you guys decide on them. Dan, did you have a backup?
I do real quick. My backup.
I know we're
the USS Eisenhower Christmas party in 2019. It ended in a fight. Like it started okay. And I guess the chief petty officer of the USS Eisenhower had a wife and also what they would call a bunk boo, which is a lady you're sleeping with on the ship. And then they were both at the Christmas party. And as it turns out, they didn't get along. And there was a huge fight. And the women fought one another in the middle of looks like a hotel. You can see the video. And kicked the shit out of one another.
Oh, nice.
Thrown out of the fucking bar. So the bunk boo was my favorite. When I read that, I laughed quite a bit.
The USS Eisenhower Christmas party, is that what you said?
Yeah. 2000.
Oh, yep. Here's the brawl. I'm seeing the video of the brawl. That's great.
Called it a super big brawl, but it wasn't. There wasn't a lot of punches thrown. People were screaming and shit, but it's not a bench clearing brawl. You know what I mean?
Right.
But still like,
Hey, next time.
yeah, you know,
That rocks, though. I fucking love that. That's fucking great. The old bunk boo.
bunk boo.
Yep. Yeah. I feel like that's not a good.
Mm-mm.
I don't know.
I don't like it.
Yeah, I don't know either. I don't know what would it be like a. What happened to scallywag or something? Is there be some kind of boat term?
Why not just mistress? Like, why can't it just be like somebody
Hull
else?
whore.
The what? Hole?
A hull whore.
No, that.
No?
No.
An Eisenhower.
See, that would only work.
Look, I'm working on it.
That would only work on that ship. But yeah, the Eisenhower.
Yeah. That's a great backup. Really quick. I had one. This is from the a company called BHP out of Australia. Their 2018 Christmas party ended. They in a big, basically like a big wrongful termination suit because two guys beat the shit out of their boss. Two dudes just.
Of course they did.
Oh, it's a coal mining company, so their boss definitely deserved to be punched in the face. There's a Mr. Drake and Mr. Bird started yelling at a guy named Mr. Rod Maunder and took him down Maunder. They beat this dude's ass for being a dickhead. I just like the idea of punching your boss in the face at a Christmas party. That fucking rocks.
Yeah.
It's something that needs to happen, frankly, year round.
I guarantee that has happened so many times.
Yeah.
People get drunk at a Christmas party and just lose their fucking shit.
Yeah. Grimace punching Ronald.
Yeah, for sure. Well, maybe. I would hope. Actually, I would want to see that for sure. Grimace punching Ronald McDonald in the face. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a video I would pay to see.
Fry Guy's trying to pull him off. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, knock it off.
Mayor
He's like, fuck you.
Grimace can fuck shit up and put him away.
He looks big.
So those are our choices for most metal Christmas party, and I think that's going to bring us to the polls. Yeah. Everybody, this is the polls. We're going to find out. Producer Randy's going to tell us who won last week's choice. Who had the most metal choice between Dan and I? What happened? What went on, Randy?
So last week we had the most metal menorah and the most metal yarmulke.
Yes.
And for most metal menorah, between the Posner menorah and the giant, massive, huge menorah, with 67% of the votes, we were doing the Posner menorah.
Yeah. The Holocaust menorah.
Yeah.
And then for most metal yarmulke, there was the vagina yarmulke and the anthrax yarmulke. So 60% went to vagina yarmulke.
Oh, nice.
Only 60? Frankly,
60%.
I think I want to say the voters fucked up on this one. Like, the pussy yarmulke should have gotten 100%. That was easily the most metal yarmulke. I mean, sure, my hand anthrax on it, but they're the least metal of the top 5 thrash metal bands. Like, come on. Mm-hmm. And it had an inverted pentagram on it, but who gives a shit? A pussy yarmulke. That's insane.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, that's my rant.
No, I'm and an old lady crocheted it herself. It's just,
an old lady was like, here's my vag. I'm gonna fucking crochet you up. And it had a butthole on it. That's the best part. Anatomically correct yarmulke. Perfect.
I agree. That was the best part. So cool. So those have been the polls, and I think it's gonna bring us to the Ride the Lightning round.
Ride the lightning round.
Okay. Before we do, instead of the Ride the Lightning round, I earlier dropped off a present for Dan that he has yet to open, and I'd like us to just do that here right now. Yeah, and by the way, let's take a moment to notice how good that wrapping job is, because I fucking crushed it.
Very good. Look at it. All right,
dude, every edge perfectly crisp. It looks like a prop of a perfect gift. It's fucking amazing.
And it says to shithead from fuckface. And that frankly could not be more accurate. All right, I'm going to open this up.
Yeah.
I'm going to tear it a little bit.
Tear it all the way up, man. We're not in the Great Depression. You don't have to keep it.
Never know. You never know. Shit. All right, I got to get my keys to fucking open the
You're like, paper this fine's got to be worth something. And just fold it up.
I'm keeping it. I can use it again someday.
That's true. You could.
I could, but I won't.
Yeah.
All right. So, God damn it. Oh, wrong keys. So I'm cutting this with keys because I don't have a knife.
That's fine.
I didn't expect this to happen because I'm a dipshit and I just
yeah.
Oh fuck! What the fuck?
Okay.
Is this? Okay.
Now it's turning into an unboxing video. This is pretty great.
Oh, now this is a gift.
Yes.
I saw this and I thought about ordering it for myself, but I didn't. And I'm glad I didn't.
I was so glad you did.
Because it is a Slayer. I don't know if you can see it. I don't know if I can. Here's
Yeah.
a Slayer Christmas sweater. Get the back of it.
That fucking rocks.
That is dope as fuck. I'm gonna wear this to my sister's house on Christmas Day and horrify everyone in my fucking family. It's gonna be fantastic.
Fuck yeah, man.
Nariko, that was fucking awesome.
That fucking rocks.
That's fucking dope.
I'm glad you like it, man. I definitely we were talking about it. You seemed pumped on the idea of it last week when I was talking about Black Sabbath had a bunch. I did look for a Cannibal Corpse one, and there wasn't one to my liking. That's really cool too. I was afraid that it was from the picture that it was going to be like just printed on, but it's actually like knitted, like a knitted sweater.
It's knitted in. It's a no bullshit knitted sweater that has Slayer and the fucking inverted pentagram and a bunch of upside down crosses and all that other shit. It's fucking dope.
Yeah,
I'll wear it.
Now, Randy, what did you get me?
A drink.
Yeah, man, I'm glad you like it. It was my big fear though. After we talked about it, I was like, "Oh fuck! What if he decides to order one?" And and he orders the same one. I was like, my big fear was that you were going to answer the door like in that sweater.
No. It's
How's it going? You like the sweater?
That's the only knit sweater that I own now. Like I don't have any other.
Nice. Would have been really funny is if you had answered the door in that same sweater. Be like, what's that? And I'm like, this is nothing.
You just hide it behind your back. I don't know what you're talking about.
I grabbed. This is the wrong one.
That is a super great gift. Thank you very much. Very
fuck yeah, man.
Yeah, thoughtful and whatnot.
Yeah, man. Thanks, man. I'm glad you like it. We're probably about at time, huh, Randy?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, cool. So, everybody, sorry we're not having time to do a Ride the Lightning tonight, but anyway, I hope you're doing pretty well for yourselves and everybody's having a good time. I hope everybody's having a great Hanukkah, having a great, preparing for a good Christmas with some fam, or not with your family, so they can stay alive. So, however you're doing it, I hope you're having a good time, and it's going well. So, anyway, everybody. For Dan, Randy, and I, happy holidays, fuck 12, and hail Satan.
Fuck cops, hail Satan.
Let's go reckoning begin. American sin, burning into the ash. Begin again, rise up to the moment. fear.